Hey family, it's your girl Latanya Christina. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel of all things life, love, and beauty. And today we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna converse today, not conversate. We're just gonna converse today. It's been a nice weekend here in Los Angeles, where I'm based, and one of the big beauty events happening recently was Ipsy Gen Beauty was downtown was in downtown LA, and it was at the convention center, and it was for 2 days. And so I'm just going to share my review, my thoughts on that, and some of the people that I met when I was there, and some advice that I received when I was there. And I think it was definitely a great event to see and feel and be there. You know, it was just a great event overall. But I'll tell you about some of the people that I met and all the makeup that I saw when I was there. So if you're interested, stick around. So Ipsy, Gen Beauty is an annual event where, you know, makeup companies come together with the influencers that they have partnered with. You get to meet the influencers, and it's, you know, I've never been, and so I found out about Ipsy Gen Beauty a few days before it was actually going to take place. So, and I live not far from downtown LA, so it was, you know, easily accessible for me. And I tell you, when I went, you know, you get all dolled and glammed up, right? Because it's makeup companies there, it's influencers there, and you want to make a good impression if you're looking to expand your knowledge and your base of followers, and, you know, put yourself out there to be known, you know, in the beauty industry. So, you know, each day, you know, I got up, you know, got ready. You know, love that. Take my time doing my makeup as I do just about every day. And, you know, getting there to the convention center, and it was incredible and amazing to see not only all of the women there, but the different types of women there. All ages, all races, all coming together for their love of beauty, and to meet some of the people that probably inspire them daily in what they do. Those that inspire me to do what I do. So that in and of itself was amazing to see. And the beauty industry, as big as it is, it's also a small community, in a sense that, you know, it's just, it has that small community feel, if that makes sense. And I was just in awe of just the different types of women that were there. And, you know, there were some men in there as well too, but majority of the population there was women. You know, you walk in and you get this great gift bag, you know, full of products. And I haven't looked through the gift bag yet. It was actually a cute little canvas backpack, and I haven't gone through it yet, but I did see some eyelashes in there and some different glosses in there. It's a pretty heavy bag, and so I'll sort through that and let you guys know what was in the bag. And you go in, and, you know, there's Too Faced and Pixie and Lancome and Jour, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Jouer, Pure, MAC was there, Eylure Lashes was there, NYX was there, you know, and they had these booths set up. Maybelline was there, you know, where you can come in, and then there were some brands you hadn't heard of before in there as well too, and you could come in, you know, you had to stand in line, you know, to test products, get samples, or buy products and things like that. And some of the influencers that were there this weekend were, I love Sarahi, Karen Gonzalez, Nicole Guerrero, Makeup Shayla, Candy Johnson, you know, Jasmine, you know, was there. And so I went, my goal was to pick their brain, get some advice. You know, what do you think can help me you know, further myself and others, you know, into this industry. So I had the pleasure of meeting I Love Sarahi first, Karen Gonzalez, and she complimented me on my makeup, which, you know, is a big deal when it's coming from, you know, an influencer. And she gave me some great advice, you know, switch it up, you know, keep it consistent, you know, post, you know, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. I didn't get a chance to meet Nicole Guerrero, but I did stumble a couple of pictures of her, and she is just as, you know, they were all just as lovely in person as they are, you know, on video. And I met Candy Johnson on the Sunday that I went. She was at the MAC booth. And I tell you, that woman gave me the most inspiration. And my question is, you know, what is your advice for an upcoming influencer? And, you know, she said, be yourself. Be true to yourself. You know, talk to the audience as if you're talking to your girlfriends or your sister, you know, your family. And just let that shine. She too complimented me on my makeup, so I was happy about that too. And you know, our conversation kept going on, and she mentioned that she was, you know, 40, and I told her I had, you know, a couple years on her, and she asked me what I was, you know, what was I drinking? I'm like, girl, it's just the jeans. And you know, she told me, let that be my motivation. You know, just because, you know, some of us are more mature than others in this industry doesn't mean that we can't have an impact. And it can be just as impactful. You can wear makeup at 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way up to 80, 90 years old. And that's what she told me. And that really resonated with me, because I like to think that I don't come off or look like your normal, you know, mature woman. And I'm not trying to be young. I'm just being me. I'm just being myself. You know, I love to be stylish. I love makeup. I take care of my skin, you know, myself, my body. And she picked up on that. And her words were encouraging, very, very encouraging, and made me feel like I can do this. You know, I can totally do this. And there's no limit. There's no boundary as to what we can do at any point in our life. You know, she brought up, you know, DJ Khaled didn't become really famous until he was over 40. You know, just certain people who didn't really become famous until they were, you know, they were of a more mature age. That's motivating in and of itself. And she was just awesome. I mean, she was awesome. And I actually truly felt that she was being genuine with me. And we stood up there and talked like two girlfriends. And maybe that's why it felt genuine to me, because she had a line of people waiting for her. But she took almost 10 minutes to talk to me and take several pictures with me. And I told her, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for all of you. But it just proves that there's enough room for everybody. And don't be afraid. Just put yourself out there. And that was great motivation, because sometimes, you know, you put yourself out there, you're on Instagram, and sometimes you can be discouraged. I get it, we all get there, but you keep plugging away because it's what you love to do. And Sunday, to cap off the show, you know, or the expo, I met Makeup Shayla, who was just as beautiful in person as she is in videos. And I asked her the same question as I asked, you know, I Love Sarahi and Candy Johnson. And, you know, she just said, you know, be consistent. You know, post, put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. Just put yourself out there. And I think I've done that. My husband says I'm the selfie queen these days. But I like to think that I'm not putting selfies up there. I'm putting what I love out there and what I like out there. And, you know, I'm coming out of this ISBE Gen Beauty Weekend even more motivated to keep the videos going. You know, even though I travel for work and sometimes it's hard for me to do it, but, you know, now I'm going to, you know, rededicate myself to this, to the videos. And I post regularly on Instagram. So any of you who follow me on Instagram, I'm all over Instagram. But, You know, it was just good to get their thoughts, you know, their opinions, you know, and see how they are, how caring and friendly, you know, they were. Because why? They're just like us. They're just like us. And why can't we be like them and they be like us? And I took away from this weekend going, I can do anything, you can do anything. Anything is possible. And don't be afraid to take that chance, step out on a limb and do something different. Put yourself out there. You know, talk to people as if you're talking to friends, family. Be comfortable with people. Don't let race, age, gender stop you from doing what you want to do. And being at Ipsy Gym Beauty for the last couple of days, you know, was very empowering just to see women there. I mean, I talked to a lot of women I didn't know from Adam, but everyone was there for the same reason, the same cause, to have a good time, to meet a couple of the beauty influencers that they follow, you know, just take a picture, maybe pick their brain, you know, on certain things. But, you know, overall, I thought it was a great time and I enjoyed it for my first time there. And I would definitely recommend, you know, if you're in the LA area, you know, this time next year, if you can make it, you should definitely go. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a lot of standing and waiting. And the floor at the convention center is rough. It's hard. And, you know, sometimes you're waiting for, you know, 30, 45 minutes, you know, an hour. And depending on, you know, whatever it is you want to do, you might be waiting longer than that. But, you know, to meet people that you see, who you allow to come into your homes, into your life, and you buy products based on their opinions, their reviews, this was your opportunity to meet them and take that moment and do whatever you wanted with that moment. And that's what I took away from that. I went looking to explore what was there, enjoy what was there, but also to meet people that, you know, I admire and I look to, you know, as it relates to beauty. There's enough room for everyone. And I just wanted to share, you know, my thoughts and my opinions on Ipsy Gym Beauty in LA this weekend. It was an event for all, come one, come all. And I walked away feeling more motivated than I thought I would ever be in this lifetime to continue doing this and trying to make a difference in someone's life, being impactful, having a voice, you know, really just, you know, putting myself out there as they, you know, ultimately all said. And to Candy Johnson, thank you again, you know, for the words. Candy, you just, she was just the most impactful to me. And they were all great, but Candy was just genuine, and I really took her words to heart. So that's my thoughts on Ipsy Gym Beauty from this weekend in Los Angeles. And I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope this will inspire you to continue doing what you're doing. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do it or you shouldn't do it. Just put yourself out there and keep going. Until my next video, LaTanya Christina is out. I will see you soon.